Okay, let's take a quick look at the main event of last weekend's fights. Keith Thurman Jr. against Mario Barrios. If you saw my last video from the weekend, which really no one has seen, it has like 10 views, if even that. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm getting less and less views all the time. My very first videos got over 100 views, which is still shit, but you know, at least 3 digits. Now these videos are barely getting 2 digits. So well, let's see. I have to stop pumping out these videos more often and do these quick videos. Anyways, yeah. If you saw the last video, if not, go check it out. I think it was quite entertaining. The problem is I can't really even remember what I said in the video. I was pretty hammered at that point. I had been drinking for 12 hours or so, and it was already between 6 and 7 a.m. here in Finland. I got the video up when the main event was actually like 3-4 rounds in already, but I decided to upload it anyways. My computer crashed, I had some technical issues, and also the fact that I was drunk as hell didn't help. But yeah, anyways, I predicted that Keith Thurman would stop Mario Barrios between rounds 8 and 10, and I've been right many times with my predictions. I predicted that Charles Martin would stop Luis Ortiz would stop Charles Martin between rounds 4 and 6, and I believe that ended in round 6. I predicted that Cambosos Jr. would beat Teofimo Lopez, and that happened. Now I predicted wrong, but you know, Keith Thurman won, and I don't really remember how I broke the fight down, but I initially thought that the fight is like 50-50, and not really. Barrios had his moments, and some rounds were close, but eventually Keith Thurman won the fight with scores. Let me just see. 117 to 111 and 118-110 twice. So he won by unanimous decision quite comfortably. And you know, he hurt Barrios multiple times, and you just have to admire the guts and the heart and the chin on Barrios, because the main reason I predicted Thurman would knock out Barrios a bit quicker than Gervonta Tank Davis did is that Keith Thurman is a natural welterweight to light middleweight, and he's a big puncher and, you know, technical, all that stuff. And you know, of course Barrios was, you know, he came up in weight, so he had those extra pounds, and maybe that's one of the reasons he could take the punches better. But yeah, the guts and the heart and the chin on Barrios is something spectacular. Um, I'd like to see him against some other welterweights. Um, he's now lost twice in a row against Tank Davis and now against Thurman. But the Davis fight, in my opinion, he was winning on the scorecards. Then eventually he got TKO'd in the 11th round, I believe. And here's the thing also, I already knew that Tank Davis has crazy power, knockout power, but this just, solidifies it more that he could get Barrios out of there. It was a TKO, not a knockout, not a pure knockout, but he stopped him, knocked him down multiple times and stopped him, and Keith Thurman couldn't, even knock him down. So Tank Davis has some crazy goddamn power. But yeah, Keith Thurman hurt Barrios multiple times. Barrios, I believe, hurt Keith Thurman in the 8th round with a body shot. But there were many moments I thought that Keith Thurman, would get Barrios out of there. And I was jumping off my seat and, watching the fight. A great fight. And did you see Barrios' face after the fight? His nose. What happens when your nose gets so swollen, it affects your eyes. His eyes looked like they don't belong in his face. It was, a gruesome look. I've had that once when I was at this kebab diner, and I went to the restroom, and I'm not gonna go into detail what happened, what led to this, but the owner of the place and a few employees came to the goddamn restroom, and they, when there's the outer door, the main door, you go to the restroom, and then there's the closets, whatever you call them. They yanked off the door from the closet, and they tried to force me to clean the piss-filled floors with my bare hands. So I had few options. I could comply and get traumatized and possibly some diseases, or I could try and fight my way out and possibly get murdered. I chose the latter, and I did, fight myself out of there. Who the fuck? Okay, I did fight my way out of there, but when I was punching and swinging and all that stuff was happening, I got my nose. It wasn't broken, but it swole a lot. So my eyes were a little like that. Anyways, a cool story. You can use it as your own if you want to. I don't mind. Maybe I'll tell you about it more in detail in the future. And I've got loads more. Anyways, back to the fight stuff. Well, I don't think there's more really to even say. I have to watch the whole fight back once someone uploads it somewhere, because I can't really remember much more than that, you know. It was a great fight. Thurman hurt Barrios multiple times. Barrios hurt Keith Thurman at least once or a few times. And where do both guys go from here? Keith Thurman, you know, I don't think he beats any of the... He doesn't... I think Errol Spence would beat him in a close fight. I think Terence Crawford would beat him in a close fight. I give Keith Thurman a chance against all these top welterweights. I think... Yeah, but I think they all beat him. I don't know, I need to see a bit more. I hope Keith Thurman doesn't jump right into the hardest and biggest fights. For example, the winner of Errol Spence Jr. against your Dennis Ugas, or Crawford, or who else, you know. Actually, a great, like, a title eliminator fight would be Jaron Ennis against Keith Thurman. That's something I would like to see, and I think that would be pretty fair. And I think Jaron Ennis would, you know, take that one. He's incredibly talented and has, you know, great punching power. I'm really excited about Jaron Ennis. I think he's the future of welterweight, and moving up in weights, he's going to be the next superstar. If he has the, you know, personality and charisma for it. I haven't really seen him in the media, but yeah. Mario Barrios shouldn't, you know, he should keep his head high. A great performance, you know, he lost by a wide margin in the scorecards, but he had some great moments also, and, you know, the heart and all that stuff really showed, and he gives anyone problems, but I don't think he beats any of the top guys either. I think he should move back down to 140. I think he would fare a little better there. Anyways, let me know what you think of the fights. You know, I really don't have the time now to talk about the other fights. Leo Santa Cruz against Garbahal, and all those fights. Maybe later on. This is just a quick video now that there's actually some sunlight here in Finland. It's actually getting a bit dark now, so I just decided to make a video now that I actually do have some natural light coming into the house. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. What should both guys do next? What did you make of the performances? What should, you know, what is the welterweight landscape going to look like? And one more thing before I go. The Spence Ugas fight is coming. I'm going to do a video about that. I'm just, you know, teasing a bit. I think Ugas is going to take that one. I think he's going to upset Spence. I just that's a gut feeling. I think he has the style and the skills to bother Spence. But we shall see. Okay, bye now and have a good rest of the day.